Hi, my name is David Hakimi. I'm a realtor with Berkshire Hathaway Home Services here in Denver, Colorado. Today I'm going to cover part 2 of my 3-part series where I discuss the 3 predominant business models that tract home builders are operating on in the United States today. Today we're going to cover options package builders. By the way, I am one of the top reviewed agents in Colorado who specializes in new construction purchases. So as much as I like to make these informative videos, I'd much rather be out helping you buy your next home from a builder. If you'd like to hire me to represent you with a builder, my contact info is in the description below. Please feel free to reach out to me if you'd like my help buying new construction. And remember, it doesn't cost you anything to utilize an agent when you approach a builder. The builders always pay 100% of our commission, so you really have nothing to lose and a lot to gain by bringing representation. All right, let's get into the video. The options package business model has rapidly gained popularity in the last decade, and we've actually seen a lot of major nationwide builders transition away from the typical design center model in favor of the new options package model. When it comes to the ability to customize your new home, the options package business model is going to sit squarely between the traditional design center builders and the new everything's included builders. Options package builders will come fairly close to the level of customization that you can achieve with a design center builder, but they're going to do it with a streamlined process, faster building times, and usually a lower cost due to the economy of scale that they enjoy. For a lot of buyers, this business model is the perfect happy medium between the traditional design center and an everything's included builder who gives you very limited choices. Builders operating on the options package model will still give you the opportunity to customize the house in 5 distinct categories. Those categories are going to include things like the exterior elevation of the home, interior and exterior paint schemes, some limited structural options, the grade of finishes in the home that will be in the option package that you choose, and finally lot placement in the subdivision, which will also determine things like whether the house has an underground basement, a garden level basement, or a full walkout basement. When it comes to exterior elevations, most builders are going to offer 3 to 5 choices, and they're forced to do this regardless of business model in order to comply with the Monotony guidelines set forth by a lot of municipalities. The variation in exterior elevations is usually going to be composed of things like the style or design of the front porch, the number of exterior windows, and whether the house has awnings or dormers, that sort of thing. You'll also get to pick from the exterior color scheme typically when you choose your exterior elevation, and that'll be determined by literally what the houses next to you are painted. Monotony laws don't allow too many houses on the same street to appear in the same color and the same elevation too quickly after one that look like it. The elevation will usually also include siding choices like the difference of concrete lap siding, stucco, brick, or different stone sidings. Most of these package builders are still going to give you some limited structural options too. Things like the choice between a loft and a 4th bedroom, the choice of extending hardwood flooring in favor of less carpet, also the choice between a standard kitchen with a stove and a hood above it versus double wall ovens and a cooktop. You may also get the ability to upgrade the standard 2-car garage to a 3-car garage, or add things like a covered back patio on the back of the house. They may also give you the ability to do some things like extended bump outs for a breakfast nook in the kitchen, or things like choosing between a half excavated basement or a fully excavated basement that mirrors the entire downstairs of the house. When it comes to the option packages themselves, one of the nice things about this model is that the packages do tend to vary on grade of the materials, where some of the everything's included builders will offer everything in the same grade and you get to pick just different color variations on the same grade of material. These options packages with the option package builders will definitely give you multiple grades of quality and style between the choices in the package. When it comes to the option packages themselves, they're typically going to include things like flooring, and flooring, for example, would include your choices of luxury vinyl plank, hardwood, and carpet. The next choice in these packages will be things like plumbing fixtures and lighting fixtures. Typically, they're going to offer multiple grades of the fixtures and multiple color choices of the fixtures. Right now, it's common to see options in the fixtures package like black, copper, brushed gold, brushed nickel, or rubbed bronze. Most of the packages will give you your choice of all the popular styles. Kitchen appliances are the next big category that they're going to have in these packages. For instance, if you've got a builder that deals with the Whirlpool line of appliances, They may give you a package that offers standard Whirlpool, a little nicer package that offers Maytag, a nicer yet package that offers KitchenAid, and then the top of the line package is often something like JennAir or JennAir Pro. If you got a builder that deals with GE appliances, the basic package will be standard GE. The next package up might be GE Profile, the package above that GE Cafe, and above that you get to pick Monogram. So the more money that you're willing to spend on the package typically upgrades the grade of the appliances. As far as appliances, the next thing that they'll often offer would be the difference of what they call a gourmet or deluxe kitchen, which means the kitchen is set up with double wall ovens and a cooktop, and usually something like a nice canopy hood, versus a simpler kitchen where you've got just a standard stove and a microwave hood above it. Of course, these choices get nicer as these packages progress up the line in price. The next major thing that you'll find in these packages are going to be things like your kitchen cabinets and the backsplash tiles. They're going to offer you multiple grades of cabinets and cabinet styles as you go up in price in these packages. The next thing in the package will be things like doorknobs, hinges, and cabinet hardware. And the final inclusion in a package is usually going to be your choice of countertop materials. Countertops for the bathrooms and kitchens are going to include things like your grade of granite or your grade of quartz. Those are always going to obviously get nicer as the package gets nicer. Okay, to wrap up the video, I'm going to summarize the pros and cons of options package builders. Let's start with the pros. The first one's easy. Option package builders are going to have a lower overall price than a design center builder, and they're going to make it easier to stay in budget. The next one, fewer compromises with a package builder because you don't have too many daunting choices. Another big one, these homes can typically be contracted with a lower deposit because some of the design center builders will increase the required amount of deposit depending on how much you spend in the design center and your structural options visit. With a package builder, your budget on finishes is limited, so you won't see enough variation for the builder to try and increase the required deposit to start the process. Another big one is the builders realize economy of scale on their materials ordering with this model. So you're going to get nicer finishes in your package at a lower price point than you would if you went through a design center. Another big one is that the final price of the house can be easily determined on your first visit to the sales office. So staying under budget and keeping the house at a price under your qualification amount is easier with a package builder. Because the option package prices are predetermined by the builder, it's far less likely that you're going to over-improve the house and fail to appraise. Another big one for some people is that the construction time tends to be shorter with the package builder because streamlined materials ordering expedites the process. Like everything in life, every set of pros has its cons. The first and most obvious con of the package model is that you're not going to come out with nearly as customizable of a house as you would in a true design center model. It's still going to be a little bit of a compromise. The next big one, you're typically going to be limited to about 10 package choices. So that means you're going to have 10 choices when it comes to major things like appliances, cabinets, flooring, and fixtures. Another big con for some people is that substitutions aren't allowed in the packages. Say for instance you like 90% of everything in a package, but you really hate one of the things in it. They're not going to let you make a substitution, so unfortunately you're stuck taking the entire package the way it is, take it or leave. And the last one, structural options are going to be far more limited. In order to streamline the process and keep everything more predictable on pricing and completion times, the builders aren't going to give you nearly as many structural options with a package model as they would with a typical design center model. Hey, thanks for watching this video. If you'd like to see the other two parts of it, click the cards up above where you can go directly to the other two parts of this series. If you want to buy a house, feel free to give me a call. I'd love to go show you a house if you're in the Denver market, or if you have any questions, I'll be addressing questions in the comments below. Thanks again.